Hey guys, it's Jay here. Today I'm going to show you how to make our sidewalk sign from scratch, start to finish. And this is a very popular product for us at footstepsinthepast.com. I'm going to start sharing some more stuff like this, so if you want to subscribe to see those in the future so you don't miss any of that stuff, just click that right now. Alright, on with the video. First thing I like to start out with is go ahead and make the frame. For this I just use a 2x6. Right here. So we'll start out with just a standard construction 2x6. Use yellow pine, and I rip them at 1 1/8" by 1 1/8" square blocks. So let's go ahead and rip that up right now. When we're done ripping them up, you have 1 1/8" by 1 1/8". Yeah, you could go get a 2x2, but good luck trying to find a straight one. I find it's best to do it this way. Plus you have nice square edges opposed to rounded edges. Now we're going to cut ourselves a dado in this frame stick. That's what we call them. You can do this using a dado blade. I'll put a link in the description to a good dado blade. But we have, we make this so much that we went and we got a machine that specializes in it, and we have a shaping machine. If you guys are interested, I'll put a link in the description below. This turns on off any outlet with a remote. I find it very helpful. So when we're done with the ripping job, we're looking for something like this. Like I said, you can just with your table saw with the dado blade. That's how I started, and that works just fine until we got about medium sized big. Then we had to switch to a real tool. We need about 3 of these for this job. Let's move to the next step. I choose to use an A grade. It's an exterior grade pine plywood. That's what I'm choosing for this project. We do sometimes use a Marini or marine grade Marini. And the size of area that is embellished is 22.5 by 35.2. And this sheet is a piece of scrap that's it's actually ripped at exactly 35.2. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come down this way against the grain here at 22.5. And we need 2 of them. I still do that the old-fashioned way. I'm going to use my T-square, 22.5, 22.5. We'll get my battery saw, and we'll rip it now. I'll tell you on the battery saw, you normally want the larger plate over here, but for you guys, I'm going to do it wrong. Okay, so now we grab our frame sticks here. I buy either 8-foot 2x6s, ripped down to the whatever measurement I said, 1 1/8 by 1 1/8. I'm going to cut these at 4 feet, and these will be your legs and the frame of your sign. So I'm going to cut them at 4 feet. We need 4 of them, 2 for each side. I use that. Go on my mud box. Pick our favorite side. That one looks better to me. And I'm going to take this and tuck it in here. This is probably the way you would do it. Just to get the measurement of this next measurement. We normally put ours about a 1/2 inch deep, but if you aren't 100% sure what you want to end up with, this is the best way to do it. So 21 3/8. cut those out of that third piece of the stick. So these are the pieces that go here and here. At this point, we're ready to start embellishing. Alright, so this is the point of the project where we start painting and staining. So we could stain our frame sticks any color they want, but for the sake of the video, for the sake of the speed and time, I'm coming in after hours. I need this project done today because we are donating this to our local church who just ordered it today and they need it tomorrow. So I'm going ahead and come in late. We'll make this for them all, and we'll speed up by not staining the sticks and not painting the backer board. But what we're going to do is embellish it with our UV printer, and it will be amazing. Check it out. Go move into that process now. Okay, so I have the graphic that I'm ready to print on here for our church, and I have the pieces that you just saw me cut out over here. I'm just going to apply them, put them on our printer, and we'll go ahead and print out this graphic. Make sure you're using a good quality ink with your printer. This is where I get mine. I will post a link in the description for that. Not all inks are created equal. Okay, so I'm running a 600 by 900 millimeter Hanzo Soft based Chinese UV printer. It's running two Epson XT600 print heads, one for color for CMYK and one for white. I'm going to be setting the white at 50% to print only on my spot channels. If you have any questions on how to do that, feel free to leave a question in the comments and I'll gladly respond to you. So I'm going to get this printing. Now we're going to go ahead and put the frames on this one and the legs on this one and get it ready for the fold. Okay, so what we're going to need, I used to use normal wood glue. In fact, I have some videos on comparing some wood glues. If you'd like to see those, you can. I'll put a card right here if I remember to do it during editing. If not, you're just going to go through my channel and find it. But I have since changed to liquid nails. I have my reasons for this. I'm not going to get into that right now. We're going to apply glue into this bead just far enough down to the bottom of the sign. We want glue down in here. And we'll do that on all four. Might need to grab a mallet or a dead blow. And we'll line this up here, put it in place. I use my good old Grex gun. I have a review on this gun on my channel somewhere. If you're interested. It's a great gun. What I'm doing is shooting 1-inch pin nails straight through in through this, through the plywood into the other side, all the way around. We're going to duplicate this for the second side, and then I'll show you the hinge and the rest of the side. So you might say, Jay, you had two printers, why didn't you print both at the same time? So just a big quick tip with you is if you're printing something that's going to go together, I highly recommend always printing it from the same print head. Not to jump from back and forth to different printers, because colors do slightly vary from printer to printer. this might come across a little more yellow than what it actually is. Not enough to make too much of a difference, but if you hold them side by side, sometimes it's obvious. I'm going to show you the next step here. Lay these face down on the workbench. This. And we get ourselves what's called a piano hinge. I'll post a link to all the materials and tools needed for. And then the hinge is going to go, make sure you're this direction here, but the hinge is going to pretty much line up between here and here. A small space, you can see that, about the width of the rib in the hinge. And we're going to just put in every single screw in every single hole. Okay, should look like this. Should be able to pull this up like this. Now we can lift it up. Kick it out. I get a piece of galvanized or stainless steel chain, whichever one you have or prefer. Cut it 12-16 inches depending on the size of your sign. And we're going to screw it to the bottom part of the frame. We're going to screw it to the bottom part of the frame right here. Keep this thing to the splits. And your chain is going to be hidden, so you don't have those unsightly things dropping down, locking your sign into place. Okay guys, here it is. And that's how we make our A-frame signs. I'm Jay. Thanks for stopping. I'm not in a good mood.